What is up, guys? This is Mateo's 2020 Politics here, and today we're going to be discussing a very sad and upsetting story to me. So, the Border Patrol left a 16-year-old boy to die. Once again, 16 years old. So, look, a few days back, there was a 16-year-old boy intercepted. The Border Patrol was supposed to bring him to a different facility that he could unite, with his parents since he was a minor. But they didn't bring him to it. They simply isolated him in a cell that was not for minors. They had to bring minors to a different facility where they can reunite with their family members. But already that's an abuse of power, because they didn't follow what they were supposed to do. They just was straight up unethical and immoral. Now, this kid caught the flu, and the Border Patrol swore that they kept checking on the kid in his cage for 5 hours straight. They checked at least 5 times. But when you look at the security camera footage, they didn't even check once. Not a single time. And meanwhile, he's walking around, he's coughing, he's throwing up, and he's just dying. And then the Border Patrol claims that they walked in eventually and found him dead. But, once again, it's factually incorrect, because the Border Patrol cameras literally showed that it was not indeed the Border Patrol members that came in and found him dead. It was actually the kid's roommate who found him dead. And you know why this kid died? Because he caught the flu. Now that's supposed to be really curable. But no, they didn't bring him to a hospital. They simply left him to die like he was an animal. And now they're leaving even more kids to die. This has not been the only kid to die under the Trump administration and under Border Patrol. There have been 4 other kids who have passed away. One of them was only 2 years old. 2 years old. She wasn't even in elementary school. And then people wonder why leftists are upset at Border Patrol and believe that they are using an abuse of power. Because these are the type of stories that I don't find funny. I just find them really upsetting. The fact that they just let a 16-year-old boy, not even a grown-up yet, probably didn't even attend college, probably still in high school, They let him to die in that cage, and they just let him for 5 hours, let him vomit and throw up, and they didn't take care of him at all. Because surely, if they would have been checking on him properly, if at all, they would have seen that he wasn't doing well, and they would have rushed him to hospital immediately. But no, they didn't. You know why? Because they completely lack empathy for people like this, and it's crazy how they could even mistreat a minor who caught the flu, which can be easily cured with a simple flu shot. But no, they didn't do that either. This is the 5th kid to die under the Trump administration. And other kids have been as young as 7, 8 years old. One was even 2 years old. You might remember that she was the one who drowned. Now, in honor of the other people who have passed away, minors that have passed away under Border Patrol, I'm going to read out their names. Today's story: Carlos Gregorio Hernandez Vasquez, age 16. Juan de Leon Gutierrez, age 16. Felipe Gomez Alonso, age 8, Jacqueline Gal McQueen, age 7, and unknown, age 2.5. And it's crazy because 3 out of these 5 kids are under my age. I'm 13, I'm turning 14 in mid-January, January 14th to be exact. So, I've experienced more life than these kids have, and almost double the amount of lifetime than somebody like Jacqueline, who is only 7 years old. This is infuriating. And this is why leftists, which is the only group that's advocating for Border Patrol to be limited with their power, because we're the only ones that are able to recognize that they're using an abuse of power. They completely lack empathy. They don't even care about these kids who are dying. And yet people wonder why we are upset.